I didn't say I'm blocked.
Okay, well, let's listen to the post first, and then we'll decide. Just give me a second. You can talk about something else. Happy Friday.
Do you think that writing someone's name on a cross with the intention of burning it is a hate crime? That should be where you first start. And I think that when you're speaking on the impacts of a hate crime and how it makes an individual feel, I think that you need to be cognizant of where you stand with regards to certain privileges and certain advantages that are presented to people because of the color of their skin.
Okay, here we go. And it's attention those who lack melanin. So I don't know why I don't apply, but here we go. It's attention those who.
I'm not your friend. You and I, we're not friends. Secondly, you're totally misrepresenting the quote. So if you're gonna quote it correctly. Shut your white mouth. I'm trying to speak to you about the implications of the N-word and how it may make a black person feel. A black star moves death quietly. Good so them bad hoes try me. Never once. This is Martin Luther King have I ever with a bad bitch said or tried to imply. In the back of his mind is correct. Shut your white mouth because people are being invaded. And I know she knows. She knows. How about you use that white fucking mouth and speak the fuck up? She knows. Because there's marginalized people that are invaded. She knows. Don't fucking ever quote me again. You're cringe.
A quote from a friend. Shut your white mouth because you're endangering us.
Let's clear a couple things up. I'm not your friend. You and I, we're not friends. Secondly, you're totally misrepresenting the quote. So if you're gonna quote it correctly. Shut your white mouth. I'm trying to speak to you about the implications of the N-word and how it may make a black person feel. A black star moves death quietly.
Go ahead and agree with that.
So do you have a problem with what she just said?
Huge. And I also have a problem with 1 second.
But she was right. She was right in what she said, Samantha.
Listen, I let you talk. I have a problem, and I'm sorry. You can try and say that I'm targeting her all you want, but when she puts on an app, attention those who lack melanin, I stand on guard.
Yeah, you can stand on guard all you want, but what she said, I am dealing with it. What she said is when a black person is talking about the implications of how the N-word make an individual feel, a black person feel, then white people should not be fucking talking.
Funny, that's how her and I met. As I was telling people it was inappropriate to her use the N-word, but it doesn't matter 6 months later, does it? Because they can change the narrative.
No, so that's a different conversation as well, right? So like you were part of that.
Ashley talked,
yeah.
But Ashley,
yeah, but real quick, you were part of the nobody should be saying the N-word when she was a part of the that's our word, and you don't get to tell me when to use it.
No, I didn't.
That was you.
I was not telling a black person not to use that. When I came into the algorithm, you guys were talking about it, and I'm like, nobody uses the hard fucking R.
Nope.
That's all I've ever said. I grew up by we called each other nigga. Like, I'm supposed to erase my memories? We didn't use the hard R. That's what we did.
No, you're supposed to adjust.
You're not listening.
You're supposed to adjust. Yeah, I am.
I have adjusted to the native culture my whole entire fucking life. Now I'm supposed to adjust to somebody who's identifies as half black and half white, calling me those who lack melanin? Like, no, Happy.
Fancy Pants is black.
Let Ashley talk.
She interacts with When she interacts with the world, she interacts with the world at
Let Ashley talk, Happy. You're being disrespectful. What's up, Ashley?
Okay, so this is the first time that I've heard this video, and I remember when Fancy said that, and so in the context of the video, I don't believe she was telling Nick to shut his white mouth at all. I don't, and I haven't heard it before. This was my first time hearing this video. I don't believe it's like that because
it's a reply. They're replying to each other. It happened. Go look at her video and then come
yeah,
back.
I understand that, but she was correcting the quote because she's the one that said that in the first place to shut your white mouth and etc. I don't know the rest of it, but she said it in the first place. I don't think she was directing it at Nick at all.
I'm gonna check something. I gotta check something, you guys, but I'm pretty sure she cut that video down. I think it was about 2 in some minutes, and she's cut it down to 30 seconds. But I do believe I got it on my phone, so give me a second. Or here, she's gonna come and speak for herself. Thank you, Fancy. For once, you can fucking do the work yourself. Did you edit that video? Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So tell them. Because it was actually a 2-minute video, you guys, but she had edited it. So when I just
from a man who has me blocked, so I just did it a different way.
I know how to cut videos back after you make them, so I know what she did. So can you tell them what the video was about? Tell Happy, please, Fancy.
Okay. What, my video or Nick's video?
Your video about asking that you just cut off the part that I just played, right? The part where you cut off after that, where you tell Nick that demanding that he speak, his white face speak up for you guys and defend you guys and all that fucking shit, that part of it. Why don't you just why don't you just play the whole 2 minutes, or I'm about to go do it because I had already downloaded it onto my phone.
Then it's I can wait. So the reason that I stitched it where I stitched it is because that was the part that I wanted to talk to Nick about, and that was the only part that referenced him. And then after the fact, it was more of like, if that quote originally was referencing you as a non-melanated person, then how about using your voice instead of being silent? That was basically like the message that I was trying to come and say. I understand, like, okay. So is that pastor your friend? Is that who you're referring to as your friend? Or were you referring to me?
Don't worry, guys. I got the whole cut. It's the whole minute. I got it. I'm just sending it.
I believe that everybody should be using their white mouth to speak up to racism. Absolutely. I fully believe that. Yep. If your mouth isn't melanated, I feel like it's important for you to use it to speak up against racism.
Wouldn't that be both directions? Melanated or not, it doesn't matter. Speak up against racism, period.
Well, of course, but in the context of the fucking situation that we're talking about.
Samantha had a hot bean.
You know, when melanated people spend time speaking out against racism, they get attacked by the people who are committing the racism. And then they get surge protests, like people jump on board just because they're like-minded on other issues. And then they make a villain out of the person who's complaining, as though they have nothing to complain about because of where they are. And they're not in some remote developing nation sucking on a whatever the fuck it is they need to stay alive. Whenever a person of color, a BIPOC person, makes a statement about how racism affects them, whenever they say that, they're attacked. Like right now, she's being attacked.
You're done. Fancy, you're pissing me off because the video's too big for me to send. Play your original fucking video.
No,
Oh, why not, bitch?
because I don't answer to you, bitch.
Oh
You're a
god.
fucking instigator. You're a fucking instigator.
My video's on my page. Everyone's seen it.
No, you cut it. You cut fucking.
They've already made their
Answer to me.
that's fine.
Nancy, why would you come after a video of
I
my
got the
poet?
original. I got the
Why?
original. It's just not downloading to my old beater of a phone. So hold tight, Fancy, you lying cunt.
Why?
I believe you that you are having trouble downloading it.
With more racism, huh?
Just said that I believe that Samantha is having trouble downloading it
attack
to
the
her
indigenous
phone.
culture in this algorithm, or ignored
I'm
us,
sorry?
or silenced us. Like your
I'm sorry, I didn't
thumbs up
hear you.
emoji with Shay the other day because you totally neglected the fact that there were more BIPOC individuals in that conversation. Oh, I tried. You didn't try. If you tried, you heighten our voices too. You're not the only one that's experienced discrimination and hate.
I understand that. Thank you.
So stop. It's not about you. You took one of my videos calling out racism and hatred, and you made it about you again.
Why did you start it with, oh, a quote from a friend? Shut your white
Because
mouth.
in my
because
industry,
blah,
we
blah,
call
blah.
each other friends. You are not the only person that's ever said that. You're not.
Understand this.
Yeah, that was
Which
so
friend were you
rude,
talking
Dad.
about,
That
Nick?
was
Because you're not
rude.
making.
fucking rude. You started
You're
off
not my
with,
friend.
"By
You
the
said
way,
it yourself
we're
1,000
not
times.
friends. By the way,
Like when
we're
you came
not
into an
friends."
Indigenous live
How
and
rude.
started calling me for something you didn't even know. You didn't even know what the conversation was between Senna and I. And you
Yes, I
had the
did.
nerve
I
to
had
come
the
into an
screenshots.
Indigenous safe space
I had the
and mouth
screenshots.
off.
She called me.
Yeah, okay. She also talked to me. You know, instead of being such an attack this, attack that type of person, you're causing more division on this app than anything. You really
yeah,
are.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Sure.
You
Oh
are
my God.
Fancy. You are Fancy. You know if I'm pissed at you, like you fucking done something wrong, why don't you just fucking own it, man? You called
Like, look at the comment section right now. I'm being called a pretendian because of you.
And told him to
I'm being
stand
called
up
a
for your
pretendian
ass.
because of your words.
No.
Yes. This has never been an issue with me before until you started doing this.
Doing what?
Doing what? Attacking
Doing what?
indigenous creators on
Be
this app.
specific, Nicholas.
Me. Attacking me. Specifically, ignoring indigenous creators and other
Specific.
BIPOC individuals, thinking you're the only one with a voice on this app. Your little crew down there has been attacking me in my DMs constantly. And it's not okay. They've been going after every video I've ever made about truth and reconciliation even. Do you think that's right? Do you think what's happening is right because of all your little friends?
No.
All your little mean girls? Shut your mouth, Fancy. Do not speak
I
over
have
me.
been.
No,
You know
you
who hasn't
haven't
been shutting their mouth? You and all your friends. All you do is talk
Dude,
all day.
the entire month of June was about Fancy. Not men's mental health, not indigenous people, definitely not about pride.
I call BS on that because I'm sure
Oh,
there's
do
a lot
ya?
of people that
You
were
came into
celebrating
an
and expressing
indigenous
their
live and bitched me out during June.
one day.
Dude, you made it all about
15
you.
minutes of one day in June. Get over
Okay,
it.
so you're going to do it during Truth and Reconciliation too, right? Look at all those
what-
pants
what?
in there. Look at all those pants in the comments down here. Look at my videos. Look at all the comments on my videos. The
Calm
blink.
down for a second. It is kind of embarrassing, Fancy, that you have not acknowledged anything else except for Black History Month. You let all these other like months go by, Pride, yeah, look at you with the dumb look. That's what I've seen. That's what I've
Okay.
seen, Fancy.
And you're allowed to see that, I guess. I don't know what to tell you.
Can we just all agree that intention and perception are two different things?
Yep. And Nick, truly, I am sorry that you felt that I was calling you white because I know that you're
For somebody who
indigenous
supposedly
in
has me
spirit.
blocked, why are you even using my videos? Stay out of my videos. Stay off my feed.
Why do you know about Lisa Bella's videos?
What do you mean? Because I'm being sent them by people that are actually saying to me, "Oh my God, you should see the threats."
It
It was
doesn't
sent
matter
to me.
about how much time you have. You have to wait your
It was sent to me. It's not that serious.
Well, it is serious, man. You literally
I
told
know,
me
it's
to
hate
use my
crime.
white mouth during Truth and Reconciliation. And now I have people calling me pretendian in these very boxes.
It's really
Nothing Fancy
bad,
said
Fancy. It's
ever
bad.
Well, then shut your mouth.
pretendian.
Call me
You
a
know what,
fucking pretendian
Cassidy?
one more
I
time.
questioned you.
Just stop.
This isn't a dogpile, Nick.
not
Come back when you can leave, Spotted. Come back when you can
I'd like
leave.
to point out that during the month of June and during the month of February, Fancy did, in fact, voice support for the 2S LGBTQIA community. She has always been a supporter of that community, and she has spoken many times
Well, she
on
certainly
topics.
proved it when she came into an Indigenous live how much she thinks Indigenous people don't have a voice.
I'm
I went
speaking
into
about
that
the.
live
Happy, were you there?
to address the people that were
White
in it.
people aren't supposed to have a voice either, so I'm even less of a voice here.
She
Just
refuses
because
to acknowledge Indigenous people in chats. Well, I tried.
I was the only one that spoke, Nick. I was the only
Well,
one that
maybe you should
acknowledged
have
it.
used your voice. Maybe you should have used your mouth as a BIPOC individual and stood up for the multiple
Samantha.
Indigenous people in the chat. You're a disgusting person, okay? A disgusting person. Who in their right mind has enough time to keep a timeline on their wall behind them?
Don't
Me.
Don't
I
hurt
do.
yourself, Nick. What do you want, Spotted?
I'm definitely
have
pro
time.
timeline.
Okay, if everybody else can stay muted. Chastity just claimed that because of Fancy's video, he is now being called a pretendian. He's referring to me. I have questioned him. I've had my doubts about him
You don't
for
have a right
many,
to. I
many
know
months.
that he's native. You
I
don't
know,
have a right to. Stop it. You stop it. You are questioning people who are actually native. You're not looking for the Buffies. Stop it.
Samantha knows my family. Do you?
Stop it.
I want to know what gives you the fucking right to do that, Spotted. Who do you think you are?
What I am saying is that Fancy Pants has nothing to do with me or other people questioning Chastity's indigeneity. Period. That's why I came up. It
I
had
question
She's
your.
bringing light to it.
nothing
Stop
to do
it.
with Fancy.
Stop it. That's why I can't respect you as my elder. You pick on Indigenous
Call
left.
me elder, you stupid.
If you really